In the headlines, Rivers State begins impeachment against the governor. ADC moves seat APC, strengthens party structure with Constitutional Review Committee. Lagos says there is no rift between him and Governor Abiodun. Guests appeal to government over growing insecurity nationwide. Plus, mixed preparations noted as school set to resume in Benin City. Good evening. Many thanks indeed for joining us on the news. I am
Sincere apologies for the breaking transmission. Very beautiful evening to you, and thank you for joining us on the Network News tonight. I am Lawrence Osifo in our Benin Network Center, and my colleague Messilina Unko is standing by in Lagos. Messi, good evening and good to have you on the news tonight. Moving on to the Network News tonight, where the Edo State as preparation for the second term resumption of schools in Benin City have begun final preparations for the return of students. Schools such as Ituhan Girls Grammar School in Benin City and Yuto Primary School here in Benin City along Sacre Road have been neatly cleaned.
Recall that the Edo State government announced
perfect spots for luxury, serenity.
apologies again for the hiccup in that report. As Edo State prepares for the resumption of the second term, some schools in Benin City have begun final preparations for the return of students. Schools such as Itohanges Primary School and Iviuto Primary School along Sapele Road in Benin City have neatly cleaned, with teachers already resuming their duties ahead of the new academic term. However, a contrasting situation was observed at Owoba Primary School on Barakala Mohammed Way in Benin City, where the school environment has been overtaken by wild grasses, raising concerns about the readiness of resumption. Our correspondent Joy Omarisiagbon files in the report.
Recall that the Edo State government announced that primary and secondary schools will resume for the second term on Monday, January 12, 2026. While some schools appear well prepared for resumption, the condition of Owomba Primary School is a sharp contrast to the neat and orderly environment observed at Itohanges Grammar School.
We are very prepared. You can see the compound is already neat. We are here, and right now, seminar is ongoing for us to learn one or two things again to give back to the children once they come back on Monday.
At Iviuto Primary School along Sapele Road, teachers resumed duties on Wednesday, January 7th as part of preparations for the commencement of the academic term.
The teachers came to tidying up the classrooms for the resumption on Monday. I'm telling my pupils that they should resume on time on Monday, being 12th January 2026, that there is good things for them, that those that resume on time, they will be rewarded for coming on time.
The mood among parents remained mixed, with some expressing concern over the learning environment, while others remain hopeful for a smooth and successful term.
I'm waiting for Monday so that they can go back to school.
We just have to adjust. Because come rain or sun, our children must go to school. That is the reason why we are suffering. Because if not, our children won't be suffering like this. So we need to make preparation for them. Things are expensive, but we must buy them.
On my own side, because I'm not seeing some readiness on them. So I won't change their head. They are still carrying the up to now. They've not even prepared, you know. But what I will advise is that the school proprietors and the directors, they should go ahead and prepare their school, make it available and ready for children to start. When they resume on Monday, it should be easier for them.
From Benin, Joy Obaisiagbon, ITV News.
To political matters, where some political parties have expressed their willingness to participate in the forthcoming Edo State local government elections. As Jonah Omorowa reports that leaders of the parties says they are confident of victory at the polls.
Local government elections are crucial as they directly shape daily life through decision on essential services such as education, road infrastructure, and public safety. They also foster democratic accountability by empowering citizens to choose their local leaders and ensure effective management of local budgets and policies, which are fundamental to community governance and development. Speaking on their level of preparedness ahead of the Edo State local government elections, the Labour Party State Chairman Elizabeth Ativie, the State Chairman of the African Democratic Congress, Ken Odion, and the Publicity Secretary of All Progressive Congress, APC, Barrister Peter Awadia, said their parties are already making adequate preparations to participate in the polls.
Well prepared, you know, Labour Party is the party to beat in this country as we speak. Labour Party is one party that doesn't have any stain at all.
We are prepared to contest the election and possibly win on the election, because if you check the atmosphere politically now, and you discover that our party is the most trendy political party you can talk about.
Prior to the time that ESEC fixed the elections, we are more than ready, more than prepared, and more than serious about the elections.
They called on the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission to provide a level playing field for all political parties in order to enhance public trust and confidence in the electoral process.
My advice to ESEC is that they should play the games according to the rules. They should not obey external influence, so that Nigeria will start to respect them.
We don't have confidence that they are going to conduct that election as stipulated.
Meanwhile, EDSEC had announced July 11 as the date for the conduct of the local government elections across the state. From Benin, Jonah Omowa, ITV News.
The recent protest by some medical doctors in Edo State against kidnapping of doctors and insecurity have continued to attract reactions. Guest on a current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria, condemned increasing cases of kidnapping and crimes in Edo State and the country in general, as Jolade Ojo brings in details.
The two guests, Dr. Royal Ayemere and Dr. Emeka Ekuga, on Thursday appealed to both the federal government and the Edo State government to adopt new strategies to tackle insecurity in the country. Speaking on the issue of insecurity and governance challenges in Nigeria, the guests emphasized that the recent protest against the kidnapping of medical doctors in Edo State should serve as a wake-up call for the government to act swiftly. They noted that the rising wave of kidnappings and other security threats across the country poses a serious challenge to public safety and the delivery of essential services. Dr. Ayemere and Dr. Ekuga urged authorities to implement prompt, practical, and community-driven measures to protect citizens and restore public confidence.
Reality on ground shows, sir, the taxes Nigerians are paying is going up. Salary earners' wages is very low. People are angry. People are hungry. People graduate from school, no job. Somebody graduate from school, managed to get a job, is being kidnapped and shot dead. Then, what do you expect? The average Nigerian is giving up hope for this country.
What stops you as a government to say, in this very community, let there be an SSA, Senior Special Assistant, or Special Assistant, as regard to security today? And when you do this in each of the communities, the special advisor or senior special assistant or special assistant will come back to you and say, my community was peaceful yesterday.
From Benin, Jolade Ojo, ITV News.
Football enthusiasts in Benin City have appealed to relevant authorities to fast-track the Super Eagles bonus allowance payment. They expressed concern over the delay in the payment of bonus allowances owed to Nigeria's Super Eagles player. Joy Obarisiagmo has the details.
The Super Eagles players and members of the coaching crew have reportedly refused to train or travel to Marrakesh ahead of their African Cup of Nations quarter-final match against Algeria over unpaid win bonuses from 4 previous matches. According to reports, the players and officials insist that the bonuses should have been settled before the encounter. However, the federal government has intervened, announcing that the Super Eagles match bonuses have passed the necessary regulatory stages and will soon reflect in the players' domiciliary accounts. While some Edo residents believe that football unites Nigerians and that the Super Eagles should continue to play, others insist the players deserve to be fully remunerated before the quarter-final match. They appealed to relevant authorities to hasten the payment of the allowances to boost the morale of the players.
If you play first time, second time, third time, not pay. If you see them for pitch, they won't play well. That kills their morale. I will advise the government to pay them, and before that match, to try and pay the players.
And as a patriotic Nigerian, I say please, I beg, more than no fall our hand, I beg, more than help us, more than still play. At least, this is one of the things that still keeps us going as a nation.
Nigeria, as a whole, we are not responsible for the payment that is being owed. You know, this is the time to make Nigeria happy. I'm sure they are hearing what they want. People are hearing it and it's all going. But they have to, of course, go ahead with the match because they are working for Nigerians.
The situation continues to attract public attention as Nigerians await how the matter will be resolved ahead of the crucial match against Algeria. From Benin, Joy Obaisiagmo, ITV News.
Just stay on to the network news reaching you live on independent television. It's now time for me to hand you over to our Lagos Network Center where my colleague Mercilina Anko is standing by. Hello, Mercy, and good to have you. We're going to break on the network news. The news continues shortly. Stay with us. And thank you for staying with us on the Network News. And moving on, where the Edo State Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, LPRES, has successfully conducted a public bid for major livestock infrastructures and interventions, reaffirming its commitment to transparency, accountability, and value for money in public procurement, as well as aimed at strengthening productivity and resilience across Edo State. The report, filing by Emmanuel Akbololoho, is presented by Musa Ogiagbe. And Christians have been urged to place absolute trust in God in order to overcome challenges in the new year, as Pastor Abraham Okebie made the call during day 3 of the 2026 Benin City Christian Community Prayer tagged Universal Week of Prayers. Wednesday's prayer session was held at the United Baptist Church, number 45 Mission Road in Benin City. Wellington Akudeja has more.
Praise and worship filled the auditorium of the United Baptist Church on Mission Road, Benin City, as Christians from various denominations gathered in unity. The program, designed to foster Christian unity, attracted a retinue of religious ministers who converged to pray for the land and the nation. In a sermon tagged Hope in the Lord, Pastor Abraham Okebie urged Christians to remain hopeful in their mindset, desires, expectations, and motivation for greatness. He expressed optimism that 2026 would be a blessed year for Nigerians and encouraged Christians to embrace unity.
Coming together to pray like this every year is a force, is power. And there shall always be results in Jesus' name.
The host, Archbishop Osama Oswalele, alongside other clergy, commended the management of the Benin Christian community for bringing Christians together in prayers.
Our trust should continue to be in this God. And then in this program, we prayed for peace. Peace in the land, peace in the nation.
My advice to Christians is they should unite. They should shun defending titles and self. The church does not belong to anybody.
Whatever thing that have been stolen from us by the enemies, God is going to restore it back to us in 1,000-fold.
Coming to Universal Week of Prayer, I am blessed and I thank God that I participated.
The General Superintendent Emeritus of CACGM, Apostle Gospel Obon, and other senior men of God were also present at the service. From Benin, Wellington Akudeja, ITV News.
Ite Village in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State hereby alerts the general public, particularly estate developers, property buyers, and real estate practitioners, of the ongoing land-related fraud in Ite Village, as Deborah Ogbefun finds in the details.
Ite Village in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State equivocally noted that Pinnacle Builders, Homes and Properties, whose office is located at 2nd East Circular Road, Benekbenekme Junction, Benin City, or any other estate developer, is not the owner of the parcels of land located in Ite Village, where Pinnacle Builders has mounted signboards and other office paraphernalia. A statement issued by the solicitors of the community, Odia Osatohame Agboyosa Law Firm, clarifies that the land, measuring approximately 50 hectares together with adjoining lands, currently spuriously and mischievously claimed by Pinnacle Builders land, which they have illegally surveyed and branded with their company signboards, form integral parts of the communal land. These lands were duly reserved for schools, markets, and other community development projects intended for the benefits of the indigenes of the village. It's a village further stated that information reaching the Okao and Council of Elders reveals that the suspended and removed Okageli, Mr. Amend Asamota, in collaboration with some dissident elements within the community, masterminded the illegal sale of its communal land to Pinnacle Builders without the authorization, consent, or knowledge of Okao of the village of the community plot allotment committee. Subsequently, the general public is hereby formally warned of existence of a monumental land fraud and is strongly advised not to engage in any land transactions whatsoever with Pinnacle Builders Homes and Properties or any of its agents concerning land in the village. The community emphasized that any individual, group, or organization that proceeds to transact on these lands after this public notice and caveat does so at their own risk, as such action amounts to buying into litigation. In Benin, Deborah Ubefun, ITV News.
And still on communal matters, where the leadership of Evo Iyamu community in Ohunde local government area of Edo State has pledged and placed an immediate ban on the sales of community land. As William Siyama files in the details.
A statement signed by the Secretary, Evo Iyamu Community, Ohunde local government area, Dickin Samson Egugi, warned members of the public that the land being advertised and allegedly sold in Evo Iyari belongs to Evo Iyamu community. The statement explains that the said land is no longer available for sale to individuals, groups, or corporate farmers. According to the statement, any transactions involving community land are unauthorized and will be considered null and void. It cautioned individuals or groups engaging in land transactions within the community do so at their own risk and will face litigation. The community therefore advised stakeholders, potential buyers, developers, and corporate farmers to refrain from engaging in any land dealings to avoid litigation. From Benin, William Siyama, ITV News.
Mr. Monday Ayamehwe, who was recently accused by elders and youths of Uyugi community in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State of threatening the peace of the area over land ownership claims, have denied the allegation. Mr. Ayamehwe made his position known through his lawyer, Barrister Dele Igbenedion, who described the accusations as false and misleading and called on the Oba of Benin and the Edo State government to institute a thorough investigation into the competing claims. Jolade Ojo has more.
It will be recalled that elders and youth of Oviogi community had alleged that Mr. Ayamehwe had since 2017 instigated unrest over land ownership issues and engaged thugs, claims they said resulted in loss of lives. Reacting to the allegations, Mr. Ayamehwe, through his counsel, Barrister Dele Igbenedion, refuted the claims in strong terms. According to the lawyer, his client has since 2011 consistently sought legal redress by drawing attention to alleged land encroachment involving lands said to belong to the Oba of Benin and the Edo State government, as well as several personal land disputes involving the Oviogi community. Barrister Igbenedion further stated that Mr. Ayamehwe has obtained favorable judgments in court.
Every time they come to court to contest our client's ownership of land, our client will always defeat them. Because you are a community, you cannot just come up and jump on somebody's land and say, this land is our own. And if the man now protests that, no, this land is not your own, in our client's case, they banished him from the community. You people took the land of the Oba. My client challenged you. You took my client to court. Oyoge Primary School land, which is government land, they sold the back to several people who have built houses on it. These same people now who have taken not only the Oba's land, but the government land, are now the one begging the government to come and help them against my client.
He said the most recent case, which triggered the accusations, followed the alleged sale of his client's land by some youth of the community, adding that Mr. Ayamehwe was unlawfully detained while pursuing legal action.
The community youth brought police to come and arrest our client from his own land. Our client got to the police station and brought documents to show that he is the one that sued people who were trespassing on his land. Instead of the police to now charge Ige, they charge our client for conduct likely to cause breach of the peace.
Barrister Igbenedion called for an impartial investigation to resolve the dispute and safeguard his client's peace and rights. From Benin, Jola Deojo, ITV News.
You're still on to the ITV main news, broadcasting live on independent television. Time for another break to bring you more stories. After the break, you stay with us.
ITV. ITV, certainly the best.
The Igwe Festival is the colorful
ITV, certainly the best.
The Igwe Festival is the colorful and crowd-pulling festival in Benin Kingdom. The Igwe Festival is an annual event that is celebrated by all Benin, both at home and abroad, to mark the end of the Benin year and to usher in a new year with a renewed hope for peace and prosperity. The annual Ugie Festival is centered on the Oba of Benin as the Oba takes the center stage. This year's Ugie commences with Otuigwoba. The Oba, sitting at his throne, gives out kola nuts to chiefs in order of seniority.
And thank you so much.